I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that
So
song.
the second topic that we were bringing up is, of course, Stuttering John was mentioning. I went on a few times in March. Dan was just on last night with SJ. So the question I've got is, Stuttering John's online friendships. A, there's nothing wrong with it, or B, it sets you up for a backlash. And the reason why I say that is because I've gotten a ton of fucking hate messages over the past couple of weeks simply because I went on. Like, I got called a sellout because I went on Stuttering John's show. How the fuck is that? Like, you get asked to go on the fucking show, you have a laugh, you bust his balls, he busts them back, and then people go, I can't have this. It affects me personally, even though it doesn't. But we'll get Dan's opinion last because it's ladies' night. Cayley, what do you think about that? The backlash people get for being online friends with Stuttering John. Do you think it's fair, or do you think that Scarlett's food thing is so annoying that I'm going to have to bring it up again in a few seconds?
I'm still thinking about the coleslaw, let's be honest. I don't know. I've never been friends with him, so I've never experienced that. Hughezy, I actually really enjoyed your appearance on his show. I thought that you and him were shockingly fun together, and you seemed like you were happier than ever. It was kind of enjoyable for me to see. So I'm surprised that you got that much backlash on it. I don't think that people should hate people for being friends with each other, but I don't know.
Because one of the things that's with Keanu, I genuinely think that 99% of the shit she gets online from people is because she was friendly with Stuttering John. I don't
That's
think
not true. She was getting so much shit online before she was ever friends with Stuttering John. I completely disagree with that.
Lemmi, you going to let her talk to me like that, or are you just going to sit there?
I'm going to go ahead and agree.
It's ladies' night, baby.
Lemmy's lucky that I said there's so many dick pics. She could ruin my life, especially with the decorations I put on them. Like, it's really anti-Semitic. But the stuff, tell me about the shit she was getting before Stuttering John, because I'm not fully aware. Or maybe I am, and I'm just pretending to not, just to look good.
I think it was all very similar to what she gets now, which is that she's retarded and stupid and makes bad points and repeats herself and is not a great person. She's shared a ton of messages. I mean, I think probably the biggest thing that she got shit for, unrelated to John at all, was all the Aaron Imholt stuff. You know, I mean, she was allegedly friends with people involved in that case and then read their messages publicly when they didn't want that to be done. And that stinks. And I think she's done that repeatedly through many of her friendships, and people see that.
But I've noticed that since she had her fallout with Stuttering John at the Rodney's gig, which nobody spoke about online, it's really weird. Like, you'd think that would have got at least one ep of a cast here and there. I think you people are idiots, and you wasted an opportunity for content. Everyone, right? Next episode, we're going to talk about that Rodney's gig. Heard it didn't go well. I'm just saying. I'm going to research this. But yeah, but Kiki doesn't seem to have as many critics and haters now since she fell out with fucking Stuttering John. And I think that the whole thing is so ridiculous. Lemmi, from your perspective, what are you thinking? Stop showing off for the Cayley. She doesn't like it. She just DM me and said she's outraged at what you've been doing.
I think if you're in this community for long enough, you're gonna have your peaks and valleys of people liking you, people hating you, but you're always gonna have like a kind of level of both. But I think Kiki is on a peak at the moment as opposed to a valley. But just give it like a month, 2 months, and I'm sure everybody will fucking hate her guts again.
Shades Carl, who I've heard is black, not that that matters, but that's what I heard. People hate Kiki because of what happened with Nick. That's where this all stems from.
Yeah.
Nick who? Great joke by me. But Dan, from your perspective, wait a minute, there's Kiki in the chat. That was pretty fucking harsh from someone that's nice to my face in person. She's talking about you, Lemmy.
I think she
What
might
I
be talking
said?
to Cayley.
What I said, I was saying why people don't like you. I wasn't saying that I don't like you.
So you called her retarded.
No, I said that's what people think, that's the reason that people hate her. The question was,
you think
why
she's
do people
retarded?
hate Kiki? I don't think that she's retarded. I don't always think that she's funny, but I don't think that she's retarded, and I don't think that she is as horrible as people say that she is. She's never done anything to me. I've had a great relationship with her.
Do you think Kiki eats nachos the right way?
I haven't seen that. If it's with a fork, then it's the wrong goddamn way, and then I might call her retarded.
Kiki humiliated Nick in the worst possible way. She exposed her king. But Nick, like, I gotta say, has sort of, he kind of earned his, Lemmy, can you finish my sentence, by the way?
I cannot.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, so Nick kind of, I think, brought it on himself. And
Yeah,
Kiki
Nick is
said,
definitely culpable for everything that has happened to him.
Yeah, culpable, which is how, probably how fucking Scarlett eats eggs. You like that one, Lemmy?
It's pretty good.
Thank you. It was pretty good. I'm very good at these joke things.
I want to address that for one more moment because you just put up that other chat from Kiki. If I did say that wasn't what I meant. I thought that I was responding to the question. I do not think that. I thought I was answering the question. So if I misspoke, I apologize.
Yeah, because you two lovely ladies do seem to get along, and I hope that Kiki and Gino randomly make the excursion out next Friday to Hackmania. But Dan, from your perspective, we're going with the Stuttering John question again. Do you find yourself, did you ever see yourself getting a lot of shit from people online before you became friendly with SJ, or was it all happening since?
Well, to answer that question, that's always, I mean, I'm a lightning rod for that. So it comes with the territory. So it's been a little worse since, fraternizing with John, but, I know what I signed up for. I do have two quick questions for Lucy. And they're very easy questions. And I'm not going to be like Carl. I'm not trying to do a gotcha. The first one, very easy. Why aren't you using your regular costume? Why'd you cover up for us? Like, that's not the Lucy tight box that we know and love. I don't know if it's cold in Rochester, but I'm saying that for Hughezy, really. But the most important question I have, though, really, that's kind of a joke question. When's the last time you've ever disagreed with Carl on anything? And do you feel a pressure that you have to kind of agree with whatever Carl is having as his theme of the day?
Well, I will answer the first question first. It's editing day. I was editing right before this. So this is what I look like when I'm in front of my computer and editing videos. Yay. Very exciting. As for disagreeing with Carl, I disagree with Carl all the time. If you listen to WATP regularly, anytime that I'm a guest on there and he says shit, I will regularly say, nope, you're wrong, in the same way that I just did to Hughezy. Turns out,
give me
I'm
an
a
example.
woman.
What's a big thing that has been maybe that you and Carl have debated and you guys have been on opposite sides of?
Our opinion on Keanu. Our opinion on Keanu. That's the perfect example. We're literally talking about that right now. This is the perfect example. Carl has made it very clear his opinion on Keanu, and I feel very differently than that. I think she and I have had nothing but nice interactions. I know she's been a shithead to other people. I know that there are challenges to the way that she does content, to the way that she talks about things. But I've had nothing but good interactions with her.
Okay. Do you agree with Carl when he says that Stuttering John is like the worst human being alive?
A worst human being alive is a very complicated question. I don't know that I could pick one person for that. So
considering we have actual
no.
pedophile in the community, I would say John's not the worst person around.
Yeah, there's a ton of shitheads alive. I bet Carl wouldn't even say that. In fact, I think Carl and I would probably agree. Even if Carl thinks that John is one of the worst, I don't know that he would say that he's the worst.
So what is your big issue with John then? Why are you so negative? Why do you build your whole show around John? It seems like every time I am
so negative about him.
It seems every time I turn your show on, it's either the legal case or it's something about John. And you seem to have a very one-sided view of it. So what about, and then The problem I have is because you said when you went to New York City, you wished John well and you were rooting for him. But then when you're not talking to him to his face, everything is negative. So why are you
That's not
positive
true
when you
at all.
see him in
You're
real life
obviously not
and
watching
then
my
negative
show, Dan.
online? How is that wrong? How am I wrong? What did I get wrong?
I am talking about what his legal case is, and I disagree with his stance on his legal case. That isn't me saying that he's a horrible person. You are right that sometimes I do say that he's a horrible person. When he deserves credit, I do give it to him. That's not me saying that I like him.
What about him is horrible?
He's an asshole to all of the people that I love and care about all the time. He does horrible things. He has doxed me. He has done shitty things to a lot of people. And I don't think that you can disagree with that either. When I'm doing
and your
my
side of the
show
fence
on
hasn't
my
done things
channel,
like that to me? You don't think
What?
you don't think I've been doxxed by fans of Carl?
have I? Have
I'm
I
not saying
doxed
you, but
No, no, no.
but you're
so
in
this
that
goes back
camp.
so this goes back to the same question of, is it shitty for us to be friends with somebody when our friends don't like that person, right? That's the exact question that you're asking. So what you're telling me is that I hate John. And what I'm telling you is that you and I haven't had a bad interaction. So what the fuck do you care what I think about John, your friend? It doesn't
I'm
matter.
just asking because when I watch a Carl show, nobody seems to disagree. Everybody seems to very much get along with whatever the narrative is. And I'm just asking, do you agree with everything that Carl says? So when you nod your head accordingly, are you signing off on what Carl says, or are you holding back because you're afraid that you're gonna step out of line and not go along with Carl's narrative?
I'm holding back because I'm a woman who is meant to be seen and not heard, and also because I don't like to step on the big boy's toes. It is polite to not speak at certain times.
So you're admitting that you allow yourself to get
No.
stepped on by them, and you want to sit in
Sure,
the
Dan.
background like a good woman
like a
and
good woman.
play along with what
Did
they
you
want to
need
do.
a
You don't want to
sandwich?
exert your own opinion, right?
Did you need a sandwich?
Is that so you're gonna do the Carl thing? You're gonna make an ad hominem now when I'm asking you a question? You just said that you said a good woman would sit on the sidelines and just agree with the boys because you don't want to step out of line. Is that accurate?
There are times where I am quiet because when we are on a podcast, we don't all want to be talking at the same time. Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I will say this in defense of Cayley, though, Dan, is that when she does the fucking, I can't remember the name. Oh, the Lucy Does Dabbleverse show. Talking about John does bring in numbers, so I get it. Like I sometimes I wish I could just do my director roundtables, but I don't get the numbers, so I really don't see the problem with doing the stuff that draws online, because it stinks when you do shit that doesn't perform well. Hello, Echo, in the chat. Roasted him. But the thing, all that stuff is, so I don't really think, and also it seemed like you were blaming Cayley because Cayley, because Carl fans were doxing you, giving you shit. People don't like women.
I'm very sympathetic to women in this thing. I understand, and
It kind of sounded like you were using being doxxed by Kaylee's friends as fodder to shit on Cayley, is what it sounded like.
I have nothing personal against Cayley. I have no issue with Cayley at all.
But also you told me that all that I'm doing is shitting on John. I'm making commentary on something. I do a lot of not shitting on John also. And so I think that if you're going to come at me with questions like that, it would be really nice, Dan, if you actually watched my content and did see all of the things that I was doing. I think I would appreciate that.
I watched it
and
last
also,
night.
if I wasn't, and also if I wasn't, getting accused of doing things that I haven't done. You asked me a shitty thing that John did. I said he has doxed me.
I just don't understand why you guys treat John like he's the Antichrist. That's what I still can't.
He is kind of a piece of shit, Dan. The whole Dabbleverse revolves around how much of a piece of shit John is, and how much he's
who isn't a piece of shit? Your ex-boyfriend is a piece of shit. Everybody's a piece of shit here.
No shit.
Like, how is John
Are we just
worse than
gonna
everybody
hurl
else?
insults now because you're wrong? Are you just gonna try to hurt people's fucking feelings?
No,
Are you disagreeing that John? Are you saying that John is just a great person and that everybody should just be fucking nice to him? What is this? What is happening right now?
I'm just saying that John takes I'm gonna get the wrong word. He takes more shit than anyone else for whatever reason. He just gets piled on. And I don't think that he's that much worse than a lot of the characters in this universe, Shuli included.
It's probably because he won't shut the fuck up and keep doing it and insisting upon being part of this. That's on him, right?
Yeah, all of us, any of us that's on this show, when you put yourself out there, sometimes it comes back at you. That's just the way.
Did he
that's what we
have to
signed
go
up
to
for.
somebody's house and like make a big production about yelling and screaming outside of somebody's fucking door?
He's going to
Like-
kick Melton's arse, though.
I can't wait.
What are we discussing here? Like, I'm confused.
This is the Hughezy Entertainment Show. We're just having we're having a little banter.
No. The question was basically, did Dan feel that there was did people just suddenly turned on him? And I think the answer was yes. I don't know. I wasn't listening. I was thinking about Star Trek. I was thinking about nachos, to be honest with you.
All right, fine. I'll make everybody nachos. Jesus.
Thank you.
Excellent. The plan worked, guys. Here, speaking of which, Lemmi.
Reverend Rage, thanks for the 2. Lucy, worst case scenario if Carl and Shuli lose the LOL suit.
Well, if they lose, they'll have to pay money. That's the worst case scenario.
I don't think that's the worst case scenario. I think the John's like victory lap might be worse than the money they have to pay.
You might be right about that.
Dirty Jersey. Dirty Jersey rat. Dirty Jersey rat. Dirty Jersey.
You broke my heart, Dirty Jersey. You broke my heart. Mainly by including Granny. That's my main issue.
You know what? You weren't. I know that your ass was not going to bring this up.